Hi everyone, welcome to my channel again. Today I'm going to review the Sega Nomad. The Sega Nomad is, as you all know, the handheld for the Genesis. It is very rare, and there it is. I'm going to show you the box first. Let's see how does the box look. This is the American. So the thing about the Nomad is it was just released in the US. So they didn't do it in Japan, they didn't do it in any part of the world, it was only in the US. So let's see how the box looks like. So let's look at the front of the box. The front of the box is pretty cool with the with the colors they had just put to impress a lot of American gamers. All the American boxes are full of colors, and you can see here 16-bit color portable game system. It plays over 500 Genesis games. So that's a cool looking front. At the back you have all the accessories which came along with the Genesis, which is also compatible with the Nomad. I'm going to tell you regarding that later. So this is the back of the box. The sides of the box is pretty cool, Nomad written, as well as here. This is a neat box. I got this a long time back, maybe 3 years ago. These days the Nomad is really crazy, and it's one of the most desirable handhelds ever in the Sega, so it's very tough to get, guys. So this is the box. So let's talk about the hardware and also talk about what the machine does, and there are pretty cool things which we can do with the Nomad. Okay, let's talk about the system. It's very fair. You have 6 buttons here, like 6 buttons like the Mega Drive 2 model. The 2 model had 6 buttons, so they introduced the 6 buttons in these two because this was later released than those 2 models. The mode button, the start button, and the D-pad is very smooth in this. It's one of the best D-pads ever made, and I do not know why this Sega did not make it for Dreamcast and Saturn. They should have kept the same D-pad. It's more comfortable. Let's look at the bottom. The bottom has an extra controller where you can place, and you can play it in the television. Apart from that, you have a volume control, you have a headphone jack input over here. You also have the volume control here, and this is the S-Video output, which directly will connect to your TV, and you can play the Sega Genesis games. How cool is that? Here is the cartridge slot. You can put your Genesis cartridge here. This is the AC adapter, and at the back there are these 2 hinges where you can attach the battery packs. At the moment I do not have the battery pack. I did have one which was faulty and I had to return that. So this is how the Sega Nomad, Genesis Nomad, looks like. Okay, so let's see what came along with the Genesis Nomad. We see that there are these cardboard holders which came with it. You also have a manual. This is the manual which came along with it. It talks about how you install the Nomad to the TV and much more. Apart from that, the registration card is still intact, and you could get a charger. The charger which is compatible with this is the 1626, which is the class 2 power supply. I think this works also for many Game Gear games, many Game Gear consoles and the Mega Drive 2 consoles, the Mega Drive 2 or the Genesis 2 Model 2. Yes. So let's turn this on, and this is the LCD. This was modded and to make it more brighter. but the LCD screen in the Nomad is cool, and the Genesis games can be played more brighter. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you now, switching on the Nomad, and there are a couple of games. I have my two best games that I play. One is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles we're going to talk about, and another one is the Sunset Riders. They're both are original, complete in box, with papers. So let's go ahead, guys. I'm going to turn on the Nomad. I'm going to show you the picture quality, and then we're going to compare it with the original Genesis. Okay, there are a few things I missed out, guys. One thing is that the Japanese version of they say that the Nomad was released first, and then they also made a Mega Jet for the Japanese variant, but the Japanese variant that was just it didn't have any screens. It just had the 6-button layout, and it was they used to give that as a gift in Japanese Airlines. Yes, I'm not mistaken. So the Mega Jet. I will make a video of the Mega Jet later. Also, another thing I wanted to show you guys is the angular thing which they made on the Nomad. This is very different to the normal handheld, back then. If you compare the Game Boys, if you compare the later gen handheld consoles. So let's turn on this beast, and I'm gonna show you how it's turned on and how the Genesis games play on the Genesis Nomad. Okay, so as you can see, guys, it's very simple. You need to just plug in the Genesis cartridge, which directly goes inside, and just switch it on. So now let's switch it on and see how the Sega Nomad plays the game. As I've told you guys, this is the LCD mod, so the screens are much more brighter. If you take the original Nomad, the screen is not that brighter. Check the sound and check the quality of the display. Isn't that cool, guys? Okay, I will go with the one-player option. Here you go. Okay, I'm gonna take my favorite Michelangelo. Party, dude. It's New York City. There you go, guys. See. The buttons are much more softer in this. Also the D-pad, as you can see, very controllable. There you go, guys. So yes, this was the best way to play the Genesis games on the go. And if you do not have a television, yes, this was a substitute back then, and it was a very big deal, to have the Nomad and to play all your favorite Genesis games on the go. So there it is. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I'm also going to show you the Sunset Rider. It's one of the best game by Konami as well. The same developers. Okay, guys, I've hooked on the Sunset Riders. Let's see. This is one of the very good games on the Sega platform. They had the arcade version as well, which was very addictive. So here it is, guys. Sunset Riders. Look at the sound. Look at the quality of the screen. I mean, this was back then in 1995. Billy. So another thing is this shows two players. So what you can do is also you can play this in the screen here by using another extra controller. So you as well as your partner can play, two together. That's what it is. So let's go ahead. There you go. I'll choose Billy. This is like dope. This is dope, people. Oh my god. And there was a part where you can go inside the bar and the babe comes out. I want to show you guys that. Oh my god, I'm so terrible playing this game right now. Check that out. There you go. Yeah, I'm just showing you guys, otherwise I play really well, but I need to do two things at the same time. So, kindly bear with me. There you go. There used to be a bull which comes after it. Let's see that. As I said, it's a very cool system to have, and there you go, guys. This is crazy. Yeah. So I showed you two games. One was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. This is the Sunset Riders. The quality of the screen, the sound quality was amazing. If you compare it to the Game Gear, I think Game Gear and Nomad had the same sound quality, but I'm not sure about that. There you go, guys. Any questions regarding the Nomad? If I can answer you, you can leave your comments and I will definitely try and answer those questions. I would be making another video on the Nomad, hooking on the S video cable onto the TV to see what the clarity it has, and is there any difference between the Genesis 1 model, 2 model, as well as the Nomad when it comes to the display. So we're going to talk about that in the next video. Till then, this is the Sega Nomad, guys. Bye-bye.